This is an adult channel. In this video, we'll be reviewing the USS Prometheus NX59850. We're going to compare the regular version with the XL version. And let's see the scales. Here's the scales. The regular version is 129/64, according to Colin Mary's excellent Wixiband website. And he did not have the XL version calculated, so I calculated it. According to the internet, the Prometheus is 415 meters long, which is 362 feet. If you do the math, because this Prometheus is 10¼ inches long, the XL version, also otherwise known as 26 centimeters long. So my math comes out to about 1/1600. That's not too bad if you have some 1/1400 ships sitting around, model kits. It'll go in there pretty good with that. Usually, the XL version wins because it's bigger, can have more detail. But we will see. First of all, this stand is not great. Even if I super glue or hot glue the stand, it's not going to sit in it very well. It almost needs a helping hand in the front, like the Tomy Enterprise. So let's look at the regular, smaller version first. And it's got some really good detail. Now, you would think that the smaller version is just a smaller version of the XL version. I don't know which came first. I assume that the smaller versions came first. Notice this. It's not Aztecing. It's like a wash. It's almost looks like smoke or some sort of liquid had flowed over it. Some dust, interstellar dust, maybe. But that bridge is very nice looking. It's different. Translucent nacelle parts, which is always wonderful. I really appreciate that. I always like this design. Some unusual markings back here. The deflector looks like it is painted on. It is not translucent. And of course here you can see the gap where the models went together, or the pieces went together. I love that registry, what's it called, guys? Remind me. Overall, this model is not missing any paint apps that I can see. It has that strange wash to it. It's not an Aztec pattern. But it does help give it some scale. It's a nice little model. No missing paint apps like the regular size Stargazer had missing paint apps, and so did the Probert Enterprise C concept. Now let's take a look at the big one. Now, of course, it has some more detail to it, but it's fascinating that it has the same, like, smoky wash to it. Translucent nacelles. There's a gap. It's coming apart there, which is actually, I don't mind that. That's easily fixed with some super glue, or if a person wanted to take it apart and put some lights in it, which I'm probably going to do that. You can see the windows more prominently here. They're like a light blue. I guess they're light blue. There we go. Very nice detail. Very nice. Of course, it looks like this has some more detailed, smaller paint apps. Now this deflector appears to be, yes, this deflector is translucent. So when I put lights in it, that's going to make it so much the nicer. And it has the same gap, or seam, I should say, seam right here. That'll make it easier to take apart. Very nice. I don't see any glaring issues with this. I don't know this ship very well. I like the shape of it. Let's compare both of them now. It appears that the XL is a slightly darker shade. The structures beside the bridge on each side are different from the smaller one to the large one as far as paint apps. But other than that, I'm not seeing a huge difference. Now, of course, on the side of this regular one, you cannot see the windows nearly as good as you can on the large one. And on the bottom, they've got some really good detail going on both of these. There's more detail on the bottom of this one. Some sort of Aztecing right there. Like I said, you would assume that they're the same model, just exploded. You know, the small one is just a smaller version, or vice versa. Not always. And as you can see right here, the paint app is a little bit different than on the small one. It's brown. On this one, it's a light green, and it's got some red and blue to it. This rectangle right here is a different color. So the apps are slightly different. The paint apps are slightly different. The pennant, that's what I was trying to say. The pennant on the side, on both of them, are nice and crisp. So there's not that really much of a difference between these two, other than that deflector sheet, deflector dish is translucent, which I very much appreciate that. Let's do the perspective thing. They're the same shape as I would expect. The small one being enlarged. Very nice ships. Both of them are very nice. Slight different paint apps and a translucent deflector dish. But I like the big ones because I'll probably never get around to printing one of these. I got so many projects going on. So that's what's good about the Eaglemoss. I can buy it. It's a decent size. And the bigger ones, I can crack them open, and I'm in the process of putting lights in the Stargazer now. The stand, if I hold it, see, it's not that great. Might need a little helper coming out and going up, and so it doesn't go anywhere. Let's take a look at the magazine really quick. Here's the magazine. This came with the small one because the large one did not come with a magazine. Mine didn't. And it's the Prometheus class. Now this says it's 126 meters. That's weird because I looked it up on Wiki and it showed 415 meters. So we've got a problem there. 15 decks. Of course, this ship is experimental warship, and it divides into 3 parts there, as you can see. Really nice graphics. There's the 3 parts. more nice graphics. That's why I love these magazines. It took the Prometheus just over 10 seconds to decouple the 3 sections. While it was in the process of decoupling, warning lights flashed blue throughout the ship. The main hull or saucer section used twin retractable warp nacelles that were positioned above and below the hull rather than on the sides. Only upper nacelle was visible when the ship was in joined mode. It has a blade of armor, which was first fitted in the Defiant class. Maybe that's why it has that wash. And the great Rick Sternbach designed this. There's some of these early concept. There's a mock-up right there that was a computer sketch. It's a very, very interesting ship. Look at those Sternbach drawings. Beautiful. And there's the retractable pylon. And it was in the episode Voyager Message in a Bottle. And it was also in another appearance, Endgame. Another real quick view, you can see that retractable warp nacelle right there on the saucer section, right up there at the top. Too bad this model doesn't really come apart, the Eaglemoss model. Well, it will when I take it apart. And there of course, is the retractable nacelle. Well, thanks for watching. We will see you next video.